said to me was, he's not going to be in Vegas. I don't have to worry about him showing up. And don't worry about it because he won't be there.
No one lives forever anyway, struggling, striving. My destiny's the dark.
He has said, I didn't want to go to Vegas anyway. He goes, I almost didn't even come. That day was going to happen. It was the destiny of his life. He had the thought of not going, but he went because his destiny was to die that next day.
Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab. I'm in the building, and this is MAKAVELI Media. So according to Tupac's former security guards, Michael Moore and Frank Alexander, Tupac had it already made up in his mind that no, he wasn't going to Las Vegas on a trip to the Mike Tyson fight. He made that abundantly clear. He didn't want to go. I read magazine publications over the years that Tupac had told Kadada that he wasn't going out to Vegas. He told Suge Knight he wasn't going out to Vegas. He was adamant that he wasn't going, he just wasn't going to go. Somehow, some way, he still wound up out in Las Vegas, and ultimately, it cost him his life. Now, according to Frank Alexander, in his own words, he simply put it, Tupac was destined to die. It was just destiny for him to be out there that night. And everything that happened to him, hey, it was destiny. Not intentionally, like it wasn't nothing he had planned. It was just his destiny. That is exactly what Frank Alexander said. Some people said that Tupac didn't want to go because his cousin had stole a gun from him back in Atlanta, and he wanted to go down there, and take care of that and handle that business. Some people would say that he didn't trust the whole situation going out to Las Vegas at the time, and he felt uncomfortable, going out to Las Vegas. And then some people would say Tupac had an eerie feeling. He knew his days was numbered. He felt like, something bad was going to happen to himself. And ultimately, he had his guards up. But he had some type of intuition or some type of, feeling, gut feeling, that if he went out to Vegas, he might not be returning back. And that intuition is something else, man, because we always get a gut feeling about things. Even if something is small, like not to go to work today. You know what I mean? Or don't pick up the phone when the phone rings. Like, man, I knew I shouldn't have answered this goddamn phone. Somebody call and get on your nerves, you wish you hadn't picked it up. But to have a gut feeling that something bad about to happen to you, you just don't know how, you just don't know when. You got to listen to that. And to hear Tupac's music, he was a spiritual person. And most spiritual people take those gut feelings as a warning. You know what I mean? I wish Tupac had did the same thing, but I think Tupac kind of understood exactly what was going on internally with himself. Spiritually. You hear in his music, countless times he talked about his own demise, and I think he was tired of running from it. Now, I'm not saying he embraced it, because the Outlaws told you in a couple interviews that Tupac used to talk about dying all the time. And then towards the end of his life, he wanted to live. He found happiness, he found success, he found purpose, and that, he told them, yo, I want to live. So with that being said, the brother was trying to protect himself from what we may never truly know. But ultimately, we see there was a real threat on his life because it cost him his life. What happened out there in Vegas, the fight with Orlando Anderson, the beef with Bad Boy Records. Who knows? We just know what's been told to us. And right now you have Keefy D serving time for being in connection with the Tupac murder. But what was Tupac's thoughts? What initially made Tupac not want to go to Vegas, man? That gut feeling is something else. But it's weird to hear Frank Alexander, who's no longer here himself, talk about that being Tupac's destiny. No matter what, if you had a time machine and you wish you could go back and change some historical events, like tell Aaliyah not to get on that plane, or, tell MLK not to go out on that balcony, or tell Malcolm X not to get that speech at that hall, and, when you hear a dude to say, get out my pocket, the duck. You kind of wish you can go back in time and warn Tupac, like, yo, don't go to Vegas. No matter what you do, don't go to Vegas. And you probably would have blew his mind because that's how he was feeling, right? He didn't want to go in the first fucking place. But to not want to go, to feel that strongly about it, you tell everybody you're not going, and then you wind up there anyway, and something bad happened to you. I know the people around you like, yo, this motherfucker saw this coming. He told us he ain't want to come here. He saw it coming. I mean, I don't know how Tupac could have came out of Vegas alive because, all of the circumstances, it was just like too perfectly put together in a bad way for him. What I mean by that is, if you look at the chain of events, how he died is just crazy to me. So they get into a fight with a gangbanger. Everybody stomping on a dude, hopping on his head and shit. Niggas doing handstands on his back. But he mad at Tupac out the crowd. That's who he want to get his revenge on. After they whip his ass, they go fuck around and bullshit for a couple hours back at the hotel, blah, blah. They out in the streets on their way to the club out of 1 million cars in Las Vegas on the Strip. Somehow we spot Tupac out the crowd in Suge's car, and they open fire on him, and they shoot the car up and shoot Pac. And the bullets hit Tupac in non-life-threatening areas, but the one bullet go inside his stomach and travel and hit his organs. It was just like, it was just one unfortunate circumstance after another. And it's like, damn. Like, it was almost like destiny. I hate to say it. On some Final Destination shit. You know what I mean? And just imagine how the person feel or the people felt that actually talked them into going. That's like inviting somebody to go swimming with you and they say, nah, man, I don't get in the water. And he's like, come on, man, get in the water, man, have a good time. And they drown to death. You know what I mean? It's like, shit. Now you gotta live with that. You gotta leave people alone, man. And it's a reason why people tell you no sometimes. They can feel it. Now, it's another layer to this that, shout out to my man Reggie, who said that Tupac was obligated to be out in Vegas because that was part of his probation. And he had to, perform at the club or whatever. And that's the real reason he wound up out there. But to not want to go and, be obligated to be somewhere you don't want to be at, and ultimately, paying the ultimate price for showing up is a hell of a thing, man. But was it destiny? Like Frank Alexander said, or was it just straight up bad luck? Could what happened to Tupac have been prevented? If he hadn't got to the fight with Orlando Anderson, would he still be here? Or you think something bad would have happened either way around? Leave your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to sub to the channel. This is MAKAVELI Media. Turn on them post notifications so you'll be the first ones to get it when I drop that shit. Look down right now. Make sure you gave this video a big thumbs up. Thanks for showing some love. Thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm your homie Gab. I'm signing off. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.